Welcome back to the Steady Show. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Everybody want the same thing. Everybody want to be somebody's friend. Everybody wants to see the game on Saturday. Everybody want a happy end. Solidarity, we say right, you know, Jamaica and Steady family. And we say solidarity with the best government.
Today we launched the reverse income tax credit, where all Jamaicans who earn under $3 million and have had their NHT deductions and ed tax deductions paid over to Tax Administration Jamaica will have an opportunity for a one-off grant of $20,000. Go to www.jamaicatax.gov.jm and apply.
We say solidarity with Andrew Holness. And we say solidarity with good, well-thinking Jamaicans who don't hit the like button right now.
Say they can't stay with him, then switch to the Labour Party. That is how they are rejecting him. And the worst one of them, they find a man who, when he first became MP, it was 1997. In 1997, they told their high school. They come in their high school, and the man served in 23 years. And when he got to the polls, 2020, he will lose by over 1,000 votes. After 23 years, his party was in power for the majority of that time. And when you go down there, the people still have protests for road and water for a year. Now, we have no road problem, no water problem.
There's a set of people there who decided to give Andrew a chance in a 2016 and in a 2020. Some of the greatest Jamaicans to ever live. May I watch this thing in the Gleaner right now, and I find it to be such a big joke. The RJR Gleaner Communications Group has come out strong against the content in an AI-assisted video on social media, making false and misleading claims of political bias about the Gleaner and its team. We already know say una the Gleaner. We make them a statement here because we don't want to tell we that some of these aren't current employees, but everybody know we just call out the Gleaner Friday. The comment section alone will tell you no. Of course, Vegas now left them out. Vegas said this is so damn funny. Me still want an apology. PNP paper. Somebody said the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, Jah. The Gleaner wanna have whole heap of stories where una could write. Me gonna read out some more PNP scandals. And we're gonna show the stories where una could make the people them know if una did so interested. We'll work with the Observer until the Gleaner start serving the Jamaican people them the right way. So yesterday I introduced part 1 of a 2-part article written by the late Honorable Edward Siaga about PNP scandals. PNP, them just issue contracts to people who they are not contractors. They are just contractors to receive pay, put people on pay bill and all of that. So check out yesterday's video. We'll see what we talk about a lot of them. Zing scandal, Operation Pride, a whole lot of them. We had talked about NetServe before, where Paul will sign off to how much hundreds of millions of dollars. And at the end of the day, nothing came of it. People run off with money. And that was when PJ came out and talked about its youthful exuberance. We talk about the NSWMA. We have our own company, but PNP contract out the public work to contractors again. It's a way of enriching their activists and their loyalists. At some point, them decide, so them go withdraw from the company and them decide to set the Riverton dump on fire. Big inconvenience for the people down there. One of the things that Siaga mentioned as well, even with the same OCG, is that every time PNP get in a problem, them always set up commission of inquiry because, of course, the public like to hear when it sounds like we're going to do something. Just like when they talk about integrity commission, it's the same old game, but at the end of the day, them don't find nobody guilty, nobody is to be blamed. Activists have all kind of secrets for them. So a long time PNP rooted in a criminality in a very serious way, you know. This point in history in Jamaica, it's not even a viable political party. Sandals White House scandal recorded a cost overrun of 45 million US dollars to construct hotel room. This scandal led to a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit between the government and two companies owned by Gordon Butch Stewart. The companies filed a suit in respect to damages to the Sandals International brand from government's failure to deliver a fully functional and completed property when the hotel was opened in February 2005. We talk about the street people scandal. We talked about Traffic Guru yesterday as well. So we talked about Cuban light bulb, but not even the Tissam run through some of them. Not to mention FinSac, which was the greatest transfer of wealth. We're just saying that PNP, they don't care. They play party politics and the rest of Jamaica suffers. So when you see them out here and them make up nice, them out here make up nice because money is going into new hands and that puts rich people into a weak position. But we are not going back. The Gleaner could have been using their media house to serve the public better, but they choose not to do that. And so the backlash is a problem. So there is another article. Press Association of Jamaica, PAJ, condemns attack on media. Condemn attack on paper because finally the people are pushing back. The people are reading what you guys are writing. And here's one person's response, which I agree with. The person said, the issue people have with the Gleaner is its blatant spinning of various topics and how they imply and infer things that would be advantageous to the PNP. Saying what this PNP when we just talked about a while ago. Yes, you have a number of other news agencies that one could say are seemingly aligned to the JLP, but the Gleaner in a lot of cases come across as being less than professional. And it's just not now. For a good while now. Well said. Remember all the cartoon editorials of them every day. The Gleaner, you don't need to stop tell lie and stop misrepresent what you know you do. You do, and the public is turned off by it. You don't need to stand up and take responsibility and start doing some actual journalism. So big up to the private sector who is not the new private sector, the emerging private sector, who now advertise with the Gleaner and who now put money in them pocket for spew rubbish every day to the Jamaican public, messing up impressionable mind. Jamaica is at a place right now, where whether an entertainer, criminal elements, or the press, we are gonna push back and we're gonna say we don't want to hear none of the foolishness. So it's just like Fox News. Them choose what them want and them get the backlash. Now, if anybody say it's the Fox News, you have to deal with that. You signed up for that. No say PMP no good for Jamaica, but because the few benefit while the majority suffers, no problem, because that's always the rich man's game. But Jamaica is not going back.
Fatter sit down at home, unemployed, under the PNP government, and look how the man come, and within 4 years, him bring down the unemployment rate to 7.2%.
Find yourselves some journalists who will do real journalism, and when people read good stories and balanced stories and good editorials, you will get your credit. But for now, you don't deserve no credits whatsoever. Trash newspaper, that's what you are.
Way up with him, way up with him, way up with him, yeah. You could tell them, say, I bet you don't know I was a bastard. To tell you the truth, I was born in shame. If you call my name, I couldn't answer. I had no legacy, I no inheritance to claim. But that's...
You hear Floyd Green talk a while ago. You hear that person testify about action. And we're going to continue to highlight MPs who are doing well, just to show you that this Jamaica Labour Party is the best. One of the strategies that Mark Golden is using, is to stay in the media, So the attention goes to him. But by virtue of that, it takes away attention from the people who are really working. When you think about it, there are so many people in the JLP that could step up today and become prime minister. We couldn't say the same thing about the PNP. PNP can't even decide on who could be party president, much less to identify somebody who would be ready to lead Jamaica right now. So look at this article from September 25, 2014, and it talks about PNP failure then and now. Seen? Written at the PNP newspaper, The Gleaner. The Prime Minister's comments at the recent People's National Party, so that's Portia, PNP conference, were a reminder that PNP government has never delivered economic prosperity. Comrades, so PNP is like one man will tell you say him are the best man for you, but he don't make no money and he don't give you nothing at all. It don't make no sense. He don't know offer, he don't make money, and the little way make, he not use if he take care of you as a woman. As a PNP stay. Comrades simply do not know how to facilitate economic growth and do not understand that government is not the engine for economic growth. That is the job of the private sector. Them wipe out the private sector in the 70s under Manley. They did it in the 90s. And of course, this was under Portia. Nothing happened same way. The government is a facilitator through supportive taxation, reducing red tape, and permitting education and crime reduction. So that's a part of the first paragraph, just to let you know that PNP has never been able to deliver. And next part says the PNP has governed in periods of worldwide economic prosperity, while our economy languished over the 42 years. The aggregate economic growth achieved by successive PNP governments is negative. So everything combined is negative economic growth. So PNP has only been great for PNP supporters, not Jamaica. There's a stark difference. Yeah? We're always worse off economically under the PNP. The person says the PNP, the people do not need patience. They need change of government. There is no putting them back there. A lot of these politicians, they've already failed. The Peter Phillipses, the Paul Wells, they've failed. They've been tested and proven failures. The ones that we have now, you can't even blame them. They came into a party that never required them to have a plan in order to win. Now they're dealing with brilliant people who are working. It's a new day for them. That's why they're so miserable. And that's why the Gleaner looks so stupid when they try to defend and make the PNP look good. Because Jamaica knows the PNP now nothing. Mark Golden has been campaigning on a whole lie and false accusations about illicit enrichment. That's the only way he was able to gain traction. Take that away. What does he have right now? Nothing. Mark Golden's ship sink like the Titanic. The PNP's dismal performance is not limited to the economy. It is also clueless on crime reduction. Has to be. Always aligning themselves with criminal. One day we will go into some of those criminal stories with the PNP as well. Again, look at the period since independence and the record will show the highest periods of murder and crime always occur under PNP administrations. So them a hug up criminal the right in front of it. On the social side, the PNP's great call for equality has fallen on deaf ears. Society today is as unequal as ever. Again, Michael Manley, when you choose people who don't understand where you come from, this is what they get. People who draft up something on paper, and Manley had the charisma and the eloquence to communicate and make anything sound good. But he was just selling something that he was never able to deliver on as it relates to democratic socialism. So now we have a government that is performing and that's delivering economic growth. PNP cannot argue with that. And we saw just months ago, maybe in about March, it was showing that our debt to GDP is being reduced and it's at a record low right now. Bunting was talking about there's no meaningful growth. But we know that Bunting, them opinion no matter because we can look at their track record with their own company and we can see it. So, Jamaica people, it's about being wise and having the knowledge. The PNP, they've never been able to deliver on all the promises and all this thing about people. PNP no put no people first. What they say does not translate into any meaningful action. In 2016, Andrew was able to say we're going to increase income tax threshold to make more people can keep more money in their pocket. See it there right now, we're having a one-off income tax credit. People getting back 20K. Just announced the other day, up to yesterday, up to 190,000 Jamaicans have taken advantage of the application process. And we know that there are more. People want meaningful change. And the meaningful change is what we're seeing in the roads, in the communities, in the hospitals, the health centers that are being built, the transportation, the education, the scholarships. All of these things indicate that the JLP is the best to run Jamaica right now. So, as we always say, steady family, make sure you go into the comments and let us know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. Steady.